Nick asks, if you could pick any celeb and choose their New Year's resolution, who and what? I would pick.
That's very hard. Like, I've been thinking and I'm drawing a blank.
Greg Miller, and he would become my best friend. So there you go. I'm being selfish with that New Year's resolution.
Oh, I'll also be selfish with mine. Kevin Smith. Fulfilling promises that he's made. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. And then last but not least, what are your most anticipated games for the first quarter of the year? And that goes back to a poll that I posted on Facebook a few days ago. I put, what games are you most excited for in 2017? You get one choice, smiley face. And we listed a bunch of these. Some of these are not in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Some of them are. The top one being Mass Effect Andromeda by 1 point, which very close for Horizon Zero Dawn, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Crash Bandicoot, Insane Trilogy, For Honor, Halo Wars 2, Ghost Recon Wildlands, which, funny enough, all of those are in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So,
plethora. Get ready.
There's a ton of games. Also, in the first quarter is going to be
Resident
Evil 7. The rest of them, I'm not 100% sure. I think Outlast might be in there as well. So we've already said this on the podcast last week. We're most excited for Mass Effect Andromeda. Like, hands down, that's the end-all, be-all to us personally.
We've just that's a franchise that we've grown up with, playing on our Xbox 360 and like enjoying the teetotal mess out of it.
Oh yeah,
like
the story has been fantastic. The gameplay is great. Graphics was always cutting edge.
And I'm now seeing it on the side of the bad guy. And I trust me, I enjoy being good way more. But these have been great games, and I kind of like that we're moving away from Shepard a little bit, because that's who you've been in the three games, and yeah, that's been great, and I've loved every second of it, but you're getting this new entity that we're trying to, not entity, but like a new person and everything like that. And
you're getting a new adventure.
Yeah. So that's one that I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Horizon Zero Dawn absolutely looks gorgeous. I'm ready to experience that world. That a new IP always brings in something different and fresh, and that's what I'm really looking forward to experience, because we've got Halo 5 and we've got a Gears of War 4. We've got all of these sequels to things that we've grown to love and then fall out of love with. Talking about Halo right there. But getting something that's brand new, that's fresh, that is straight from Sony, and I'm not saying anything bad about Xbox here. I'm just saying fresh from Sony is appealing to me, and it being in such an interesting world with these huge robot dinosaurs.
That's like, there's a lot of things that make me want to get a PlayStation, God of War. But just watching this game and seeing more and more about this game, like, it appeals so much. Like, I love Xbox. Y'all know we go back and forth playing. Jokingly, we both love all the systems. But like, as someone who has strictly played Xbox, like I had a PlayStation 3 for a little bit and everything like that, but this PS4, the games that are coming out for it, super excited for.
Yeah, it's the first time PlayStation's actually put anything out that's exclusive.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to Resident Evil 7.
That's one of my big ones.
It looks really good. It's coming out this month, which is weird to say that it's actually 2017. Happy New Year's, guys.
Yeah.
It's coming out this month, and with VR being tied to it, I really want a VR headset, or get Luvi back over here and may experience Resident Evil.
Shake the camera and you
die.
Oh
my God, that was so bad. But just the demo of that game was
suspenseful.
It was very suspenseful. A lot of people are trying to compare it to Outlast. It feels very Outlast-like, but it's different. I'm curious to see where it goes. It looks very scary. And, of course, this year Outlast 2 is going to be coming out, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people at the end of the year compare Resident Evil 7 and Outlast 2 together. Outlast 2's demo, I had to stop playing. That was how bad it was. Like not
Scary wise?
like scary wise.
Because I know you had quite a few jump scares in the Let's Plays that we did on Outlast.
Yes,
We need to finish that.
we do need to finish that.
One other game before we move on.
Yeah.
For Honor.
Mm-hmm.
It looks super fun. Like you have the Vikings, the Knights, and the Samurai. I like that. Just for some reason, like it clicks with me, and it's something that I want to try to get into. And
The
play.
gameplay looks great. It's a little slow and methodical, but you are these huge armored people and all of that. I'm sure some classes are faster than others, but just watching people playing the alpha, I'm really interested in getting this game and trying it out.
Honorable mentions for me: Ghost Recon Wildlands, Halo Wars 2.
Yeah.
So
Halo Wars 2 is actually interesting. The campaign side I can't wait to play because the Brute's chieftain, or whatever you want to say it, has a really interesting backstory.
Yeah.
You've watched the trailer of it. I look forward to it. Halo Wars 1, very, very underrated game. Played the beta back around E3 when that was all going on. Did a few live streams of it. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard. And I think it's just because, like, I was playing against people that had played a little bit longer than I have. I just kind of jumped in and live streamed it and everything and got my butt handed to me. But I can't wait to go through the campaign. You know, it holds your hand for a little bit until you learn it, and then you can go from there.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. And then Ghost Recon Wildlands, like you said, I can't wait for that either. It looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
Us getting to play together would be really cool if I get it for Xbox, whoever knows. And then Zelda Breath of the Wild, I know I'm making this case for Derek right here.
Yeah.
First time we get a legit open world Zelda game on the Switch. And I know it's coming to Wii U, but I cannot wait for the Switch. The Switch is going to be such a awesome thing to come out. I hope it lives up to that hype. I hope it doesn't No Man's Sky us here. So here's hoping for that to be really a good thing. And then Derek posted, while we're recording this, this little news thing. So I wanted to read this before we wrap this up. Doctor Strange confirmed for Thor Ragnarok. Doctor Strange will be back on the big screen this November in Thor Ragnarok. Now, which is interesting is when they were filming something earlier on, Thor was at the location for, like, people were like conspiracy theory, like, oh, was Doctor Strange. So this is confirmed. Although it is not only entirely a surprise given the end credit sequence of his own recent solo film, Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange is now confirmed to play a part in the Marvel Studios' upcoming Thor Ragnarok. In a preview of what the company has to offer in 2017, Disney's official fan club, D23, highlights the Taika Waititi. I'm sorry.
Waititi.
Yes, there we go. Film with the following description. Thor Ragnarok in November brings together Thor, Hulk, and Doctor Strange to face off against intergalactic baddies, both familiar and new. Let's try that again. Thor Ragnarok in November brings together Thor, the Hulk, and Doctor Strange to face off against the intergalactic baddies, both familiar and new.
Much better than the first run.
Excelsior.
Excelsior. Me being the Thor fan on the show, like I'm hyped for this one because you saw the armor for Hulk and everything, and you're thinking Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
And now they add Doctor Strange into it, and it's like
Doctor Strangelove.
Like,
get your Thulu in there.
I can't wait for this film.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be. Like, I think it's going to be the best Thor movie.
Well, you don't have to go very far.
Waiting for it. But no, I'm excited for it. I want to see Benedict Cumberbatch in Thor. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Are you a Cumber? You know what these fans are called, right?
What are they called?
Cumberbiatches. Well, the real word. Before we go, guys, I think this is the right one. Yeah, this is the right one.
Before you go.
Guys, we are on Patreon.com. As we talked about at the very beginning of our episode, this is a way to support us, to get the podcast early, to get exclusive Patreon episodes. This is the way for us to keep growing. And as you see right here, guys, it is chock full of rewards. For $1, you get exclusive bonus episodes. As I said earlier, you're going to be getting the top 5s early. I'm going to try to put out at least 2 of those each month. You get early access to the audio for only $5 per month. $10 per month, you get early access to videos, on-air hangouts, on-air thank yous. Once we get a little bit bigger, more people supporting us on the $20, we'll start giving away some stuff with raffles. Personal thank you videos, fan mail. This is the one that I'm actually the most excited for. I know this sounds weird, but like to actually sit down and write a postcard to someone.
Yeah.
Like, and I know it's $30 for that, and I'm just waiting for that day when somebody's like, yeah, I want a piece of mail from these weirdos,
Handsome devils.
Yeah, there we go. 3-on-1 Skype or Google Hangouts where we just talk with you. You can be a Patreon producer. At the end of every show, we'd be like, and guys, thanks to our Patreon producer, and then insert name here. You know, you can be a Skype guest. You can be a real-in-life guest. And then at $100, you can be a sponsor and get your sponsorship read on the show. So,
like this episode's brought to you by blah, blah, blah.
yeah, exactly. So, guys, thank you for watching. Patreon is a great way to support other creators. Us, a lot of other ones are on there. It is an awesome place to support people and get rewards back. So, if you want to do that, please go over to patreon.com/nerdcave and do that.
Also, guys, this is not the only podcast that we bring you each week. We have Mondays, Nerd Cave Retro. New on Tuesday,
Yeah.
It's the Derek Diamond Experience. It's getting moved, but it's going to be just as good.
It's going to be even better.
So, exactly. So
Derek's been doing cocaine, guys.
Lots
That's why
of it.
he's been out.
he's recovering right now. Wednesdays we have fantasy football for nerds. It's going to be like a once a month show now that the season's ending, but we are going to be doing a wrap up show to give out awards who pooped in their big boy pants this year, who's been really good.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday is now, what is Thursday?
Thursday is Battle of the Brands.
Battle of the Brands
With Nick Caputo, Adam Gumbert, and Derek. Man, Derek's just like a champ of the podcast
He
world.
is. And then Friday, of course, is the full show of this that comes out. And Saturday, not only is Derek doing cocaine, but we get to do PCP on the show. Get your fix with Pop Culture Palette on Saturdays, where Wally, Steven, and
Jason.
I almost said more, but that's the guy from another podcast that I listen to. But Jason, they all get together, and they're a much more seasoned veterans than we are of life. And so you get a different take each week with them. And don't forget Stephanie. Mm-hmm. Stephanie Lou Who is her Twitch name and everything. So be sure to give them some love.
Yeah, guys. Thank you for listening to episode 191 of the Nerd Cave podcast. Like I said earlier, you can get this early or day by day, segment by segment. You can watch it over on youtube.com/nerdcavenetwork. And then Friday, like Robbie already said, you get the whole thing on YouTube, on Patreon, everywhere. Podcast services around the world. You've been a wonderful audience. I appreciate you and everything you do. And I cannot wait to see what 2017 brings for you and me and Robbie and the cocaine inhabited Derek Diamond. He's not really doing cocaine.
Not really.
Okay, guys. This has been Zach.
And Robbie.
Have a week.